notion of
tyranny is always lurking just around the corner.
They're making crazy, but now they're right.
black helicopter crowd really is upset.
The people are stupid and they're drunk. There'll be a revolution and they're going to lose. There are too many guns and too many people ready to fight them. I am a man of peace, but we have gangsters running this country. Criminals, gangsters.
We're normal. We see total criminal takeover, the death of freedom.
It is the most corrupt, degenerate, criminal government in American history. I'm trying to awaken people, but look at the morons around you. They're zombies.
You're listening to the WBHN-New Jersey podcast. And now here's your host.
Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the WBHN podcast. I'm your host, President Zen-1, and this is episode number 105. Today is Sunday, April 8th, 2018, and it's currently 46 degrees and partly cloudy here in Bradley Beach at the Jersey Shore. Current time is 5:37 p.m. For first-time listeners, Black Helicopter News is an independent media operation and internet talk show based out of New Jersey, broadcasting worldwide from our Jersey Shore Central Command Center, where we cover alternative news stories that the mainstream media won't. We also have special guests on the show from time to time to discuss various topics, and we have new episodes every week. Also, thank you to our sponsors today, Bluehost, CD Baby, and also our Patreon and Podbean patrons. Thank you for the support. You help fund the operation against the globalists. We have a great show for you today, folks. I've got a stack of news here in front of me at the news desk to get to, such as I saw a UFO. Buzz Aldrin passes lie detector test revealing truth about aliens. Man revived after being dead for 18 hours. Drone survey discovers new Nazca geoglyphs. Military experts warn the U.S. is not prepared for space-based attacks. And later on, we have a special report. We have Jay Hernandez, the hilarious and infamous comedian, former musician and podcast host. He graduated from the UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade Comedy School in NYC. He was the lead singer of the critically acclaimed Purple Sons. He has his own radio show, The Minds Podcast, and he's just an all-around funny, cool dude. He's going to be featured later in a show for a segment. So all that and much more coming up next. But before we get started, I just have a few quick announcements to make. So that little cross-promotion campaign with the Tribulation Saints podcast network that I mentioned in the last two episodes, well, now that's led to a major cross-promotion campaign with a brand new startup internet radio station, 97.9 Powercast, your station for talk shows and podcasts, where we air new episodes every week. Here's just a short list of some of the shows on the station. Check it out. The Filmmakers Podcast, where every Tuesday they bring you a new episode and discussion on the craft of making films. On Fridays, you can check out The Smackdown Show, hosted by Titan and Wild Bill, who discuss current events, politics, and more. Also on Fridays, Cop and Crew, No Holds Barred Morning Show, hosted by Eric Koppelman and Company, bringing you the #1 morning show in Long Island. Mystic Mona hosts Psychic View on Sundays and takes calls from listeners who can ask her one specific question. And also on Sundays, Finally Alive Radio, hosted by Gary Aris, who discusses topics ranging from theology to psychology. So check them out online at powercast979.com and download the Powercast app for free in the Google Play Store. Also, the Twitch stream is up and running at twitch.tv/RealPresidentZen1. Lately, I have just been exclusively streaming Fortnite on PlayStation 4 a few nights during the week and on weekends, so follow the channel to get a notification when we go live. Alright, that's wrapping up the first segment. Local events next.
Guess what's happening in local events?
The City of Asbury Park Mayor and City Council invite you to the Sustainable Asbury Park Green Expo. Free cycle and paper shredding. Healthy eats, fun for kids, green marketplace, green demos and workshops, plants, green ideas, healthy living tips, and more. Free admission. Saturday, April 21st, at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. located at 1 Municipal Plaza and Community Gardens. There will also be giveaways. For more information, call 732-502-5724. Sponsored by the City of Asbury Park Green Team and Quality of Life Committee. An intimate Q&A with Kevin Smith in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. Hosted by Atlantic Cinemas and Kevin Smith, Sunday, May 6, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Atlantic Cinemas, 82 First Ave, Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. Tickets available at filmonefest.org. The Glen Jones radio program featuring X-Ray Burns, Sundays, 12 noon to 3 p.m. on 91.1 FM, WFMU, or listen online at WFMU.org.
Hello, Mr. Anderson. The NSA has noticed how much time you spend on conservative news sites. We have no choice but to consider you a domestic terrorist.
Tired of your internet activity being monitored by Big Brother? Get virtualshield.com, the world's easiest to use virtual private network. Browse the web anonymously, leaving pesky advertisers and spies in the dust. Get started today at virtualshield.com. Take advantage of our free 30-day trial. Virtualshield.com. You have the right to remain private.
Are you looking for web hosting but don't know who to choose with so many choices out there? Well, you can't go wrong with Bluehost. Bluehost is a leading web solutions services provider. Since 2003, Bluehost has continually innovated new ways to deliver on their mission to empower people to fully harness the web. So sign up today. You get a free domain, free site builders, one-click WordPress install, and 24/7 support. And if you sign up now, you get a special introductory offer of $3.95 a month. To get started, go to bluehost.com/track/Black Helicopter News.
When news breaks in the tri-state area or the world, you will hear it here on WBHN New Jersey. You're listening to Black Helicopter News hosted by Andrew Robinson. Here's what's in the news.
I saw a UFO. Buzz Aldrin passes lie detector test, revealing truth about aliens. This is on thedailystar.co.uk, written by Mike Parker. Moonwalker, Buzz Aldrin, and 3 other astronauts have passed lie detector tests over claims they experienced alien encounters. The space travelers' accounts of strange sightings were examined under laboratory conditions using the latest technology. Experts say the results proved they were completely convinced signs of alien life they claimed to have witnessed during historic missions were genuine. Aldrin, Al Warden, Edgar Mitchell, and Gordon Cooper all took part in the study. They studied their voice patterns. A lot of this technology is still top secret, but they said it's more reliable than lie detector tests and will eventually replace lie detector tests. So, one of the first... Look, Buzz Aldrin, 88 years old. He was on Apollo 11. He's the second human to set foot on a lunar surface in 1969. He always maintained he spotted a UFO on the way to the moon. He said it was shaped like an L. Sounds similar to the one we reported on last week that was shaped like a V. Folks, put 2 and 2 together. They're out there. I believe Buzz Aldrin. He's credible. Look, what more evidence do you need? What more proof do you need other than the second person to ever set foot on a moon says he saw a UFO? Folks, they're trying to hide the fact that there is a truth about extraterrestrials. And I don't know whose side you're on. The scientists being paid to say it's all not real? Or are you on the side of Buzz Aldrin? I'm on the side of Buzz Aldrin. Also in the news, man revived after being dead for 18 hours? What? This is on unexplainedmysteries.com. This 53-year-old was resuscitated despite lying lifeless outside with no heartbeat for most of the day. The man, whose name has not been disclosed, was only saved because the near-freezing conditions outside had brought on hypothermia, causing his body's core temperature to plummet. He was found unconscious next to a river on March 12th after suffering a heart attack. So, the cold helped preserve his organs. Doctors were able to revive him, incredibly. And the medical team was stupefied. They were stupefied. They said the probability of him surviving was near zero. And guess what? He did not suffer any brain damage. Total recovery. Very good to hear that. I only want to hear good news. Also in the news, drone survey discovers new Nazca geoglyphs. This is also on unexplainedmysteries.com. Archaeologists have succeeded in identifying several previously unseen geoglyphs in Peru. If you don't know, the Nazca lines are a series of spectacular, artistic designs, images of spiders, monkeys, hummingbirds, fish, and lizards etched into the desert floor about 2,000 years ago. Some people think they were used as visual landmarks for extraterrestrial biological entities that were visiting our planet. Humanoids coming through to create modern-day humans. These were a series of runways and geographical markers. Yeah, I agree with those folks. The ancient alien theorists, yeah. These designs are 200 meters across, some of them. This is amazing. With drone technology, Peruvian archaeologists discovered 50 more geoglyphs that are believed to date back up to 2,500 years ago. So this is really the final frontier, folks. We are discovering more and more about even our own Earth's mysteries. What are your thoughts on this? Do you believe that the Nazca geoglyphs, the Nazca lines, were meant as identification markers and points of interest for extraterrestrial biological space ships, entities, humanoids coming through on their means of travel? Yeah, I agree with you. If not, let me know in the comment box below.
Hi, my name's Johnny Slick, and I'm the host of the Straight Shot Radio podcast. With all the crazy health fads and fitness trends out there, it's hard to make sense of what's real and what's not. That's why each week I answer your health and fitness questions and interview doctors, coaches, trainers, athletes, and everyday gym goers to provide you with a no-nonsense approach to fitness knowledge. Straight Shot Radio is available on Podbean and iTunes, or you can check us out at straightshottraining.com.
Grammy Award winner and platinum recording artist, President Zen-1. His debut studio album, Philosopher's Stone, including the smash single, New World Order. President Zen-1, Philosopher's Stone, the digital album, available on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, and cdbaby.com. Get your copy today.
You're listening to Black Helicopter News, hosted by Andrew Robinson.
Nobody does it better.
And now here's what's in supernatural, paranormal, and strange news.
Military experts warn. The U.S. isn't prepared for space-based attacks. Star Wars will become a reality, basically, folks. This is in a dailymail.co.uk. A number of leading experts claim a space war could be imminent. Until now, the issue was cast aside, but they need to secure funding to develop technologies that could be used for space defense, to prevent satellites from getting jammed and whatnot. And the current president wants to build a new military arm for space. A new report outlines concerns that a space war, a Star Wars, may be approaching faster than many anticipated. And is the world unprepared? Largely, yes. So, folks, quote, "We are now approaching a point where Star Wars is not just a movie." Steve Isakowitz, CEO of think tank Aerospace Corp, told Politico. Folks, they're going to need billions of dollars, but the thing is, if you want to read more about this, feel free to check it out on the WBHN Podcast News Center on Facebook. But I think we got to the meat and potatoes of the issue. Do you think that the Earth is equipped for an invasion from aliens and humanoids? I have to agree with the experts and say no, we're not prepared for the invasion. The imminent invasion of humanoids and reptilians. Now let's go over a couple quick more stories. Rapper DMX sentenced to 1 year in prison for evading theft. Man loses baby daughter's ashes after cops mistake them for drugs. This is on allthat'sinteresting.com by Kara Goldfarb. Anthony Butler lost his daughter in 2014. She was 11 days old, when she died from a congenital heart defect. Ever since she passed, he wore his daughter's cremated ashes in an urn, in a pendant around his neck, in a vial. But after a run-in with the sheriff's department on March 11, 2018, he can no longer do that. He was driving along when he was pulled over by the sheriff's department for not having a front license plate on his car. He told the Chicago Tribune, he said he knew he'd get a ticket, but then they asked if they could search his car, and he was being a good guy, so he said, "Yes, sir, I allow you to search my car because that's the polite thing to do. Nothing bad could happen to me if I do that." Then the deputy found the vial of the white powdery substance, and he became suspicious because, like I've said from time to time, cops are the biggest conspiracy theorists of them all. Even worse than 4chan and Reddit users. I don't know how dark their hearts must be. Because they said, quote, it was similar to narcotics. They handcuffed him based on a brief analysis in the field. They said that they acknowledged that the driver informed him they were ashes of his deceased child, so he took a small amount to make sure it was true. So he said he tested them and it came back negative, so he said, okay, here, take your ashes back. But he didn't secure the vial, and the cap was not secured, so when he got it, it fell out and disappeared because the ashes were gone. Because the cop didn't know how to put the cap on a vial. So now he said, quote, almost all of her ashes are gone. He scraped together what he could off the ground. It's very sad, folks. Let's just run through some more news tidbits. YouTube shooters. Somebody shot up YouTube, folks. This is big news. This is bad news. I don't like this. The person was a vegan member of PETA from another country. Folks, also, some bandits stole $500,000 in beef jerky and beer. That is weird. This is on Vice. Some people in Quebec made off with $500,000 worth of beer, pepperoni, and beef jerky last month, and cops have warned the brilliant bandits might be selling it back to corner stores. 20,000 cases of Grolsch beer. Jack Link's for beef jerky. Good God, folks. Ridiculous. UFO mothership filmed in North Carolina. If you want to see the video, check it out on the WBHN Podcast News Center. But this is an intriguing piece of footage out of North Carolina. Paranormal enthusiasts are buzzing because this is a legit, veritable, official UFO mothership filmed in Columbus a few days ago. The video was submitted to MUFON and found its way in line. It's captured the imagination and attention of UFO researchers. This is nondescript footage, but it shows a set of lights hovering in the sky in the center. And some of the lights are brighter than the others. And it's hard to describe. But it's triangular shape. And the video's bad. But still, it's a mothership. You gotta see this, folks. You gotta see this. I'm watching it right now. It's shaped like a V. I see many different lights. It's dark and it's grainy, but I see lights. Anyway, folks, do you believe in this? Are you near Columbus, North Carolina? Just the other day, April 3rd? What were you doing around evening time, nighttime? Well, hopefully you were looking in the sky because that's where this big mothership was, and I hope and we'll pray for the citizens of Columbus, North Carolina, that they are safe with a mothership on the loose. Mind-reading headset lets Google read your thoughts, folks. Red alert, red alert. This is in newscientist.com. Now, there's this new mind-reading device, and it can answer questions in your head. It works. It picks up signals sent to your brain when you think about saying something. This is written by Chelsea White. Folks, Google is connected with the government, and now once they get connected with your brainstem, do you think that's going to end well? Do you? No, I'm serious. I'll wait. Do you think that will end well? I'll wait. Just got some comments in on Twitter. They say, no, we don't think that will end well. Okay, I agree with that person on Twitter. I don't think it will end well. And I'm not going to get into the technology. If you want to check out more, check it out. Come visit us on Facebook at the WBHN Podcast News Center. But now, that's just the meat and potatoes of the article. Google will be reading your brainstem very soon. They will be reading your mind. Oh, I didn't get to this story. I know. Oh my God. All right. Real quick before we go. This Canadian man, fooled the cops with a car made out of snow. This is on Vice.com. This was a prank. Few things. They fooled the police. If you don't believe me, take a look at this photo. You can't see it, but it's linked to the picture on our page. It's a cop giving out a ticket to a pile of snow that is shaped in the form of a car. Just so it looks like it's either a car made of snow or it's a car covered in a thin sheet of snow. So anyway, and he made the car look like a DeLorean. Alright, folks, so that's what he did. He said he was bored. It was a beautiful day. He had snow. He had mischief in the air. He wanted to do something, so he made this. And the cop's giving him a ticket, and he goes away. And now the cops are confused why the car melted, because cars don't melt, you know? So they're like, where did the car go? But it melted. What do you think about this? Would you dare pull a prank at this level? I know I wouldn't, but hey, what's the wildest prank you've ever done? Let me know in the comments below. This special luxury space hotel could be up and running in 4 years. This is on NBCnews.com. Now, Silicon Valley startup called Orion Span yesterday announced plans to open a luxury hotel in low orbit Earth by 2022, and you can reserve a room for the low price of $80,000. Just be aware, The figure is just a down payment for a 12-day stay, which runs $9.5 million. Wow, per person. So, what do you think about this? I'm looking at some pictures of the visualization renderings, and it looks pretty cool, but honestly, do you want to stay in a luxury hotel in space for a couple weeks? Let me know in the comment box below.
Q&A.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything in the mailbag today, but do you have a question or comment for WBHN-NJ? Leave us a voicemail and it may get played on the air. Call 1-732-807-5574 to leave your message for us here at the podcast. We always look forward to comments, questions, and what have you from literally all over the world, and we enjoy hearing what you have to say. So give us a call at 1-732-807-5574. And call it, and don't be bashful. Give us a ringy-ding. Don't feel shy to call in with your questions, comments. Call in with your ghost stories. Call in with your reports of UFO alien sightings and encounters. Or give us a clickety-clack and leave a comment. Save this number in your cell phone. Once again, that's 1-732-807-5574.
Andrew Robinson here. At Armageddon Record Shop, we've partnered with eBay to expand our operation. My goal is to find the best deals on the highest quality products and give them to you at the lowest prices possible. The New World Order wants us dependent. We need to be self-sufficient. Visit us at ebay.com/USR/Armageddon Record Shop. Books, video games, clothing, and much more. New items every month. Armageddon Record Shop on eBay.
Pump up the volume and let the music play. President Zen-1 and his new CD, Rorschach Test, featuring the smash single, Project Bluebeam. Rorschach Test, available on iTunes, CD Baby, Reverb Nation, and other fine music stores. You can buy my new CD, Rorschach Test and Philosopher's Stone, both for only $9.99. Check us out on Armageddon Record Shop on eBay. I've got digital download cards of both EPs for sale, or just inbox us at zen1music@gmail.com. What are you waiting for?
You're listening to WBHN New Jersey, brought to you by the Armageddon Records Media Network, and made possible by viewers like you. This is a special report.
Like I mentioned earlier, I was reporting on a comedy show in Asbury Park, New Jersey at the Anchor's Bend on Friday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Lo and behold, friend of the show, Jay Hernandez, host of the Minds podcast, just so happened to be doing stand-up there as well. So that was a great coincidence, and while reporting on it, I got his entire set, and we're going to play that, followed by some of his comments afterwards, and then we'll go into our break. So, here we go. We've got his clip from the comedy show put on by Jess Alamo featuring Jay Hernandez at the Anchor's Bend in Asbury Park, New Jersey on the boardwalk. Roll it.
You just saw, that just warped my worldview. Oh my goodness. The next comedian coming up is a good friend of mine. I think he's a really solid dude. He does a podcast called the Minds Podcast. It's M-I-N-E-S, the Minds. And episode 41 is really good. And I'm not just saying that because it has me in it. But yeah, please give it up for the very funny Jay Hernandez.
What's going on, guys? Did everybody go to the bathroom? Is there a more fun party in there? Woo, let's get it going. Who's got kids in here? Anybody got kids? Yeah, all And believe it or not, if my outfit doesn't scream dad, it should probably scream 30-something in community college. But I have kids. I have a teenager, and he's fucked up, man. Every time I have to use the bathroom, he's in there, and he's got the door locked, and you know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. He's in there masturbating, right? So I had it the other day. I walked up, and I'm just like, yo, I want to jerk off in there. It's the only door that locks. So what I did was I timed it just right. I was like, I'm gonna get in there. So long story short, I get in there. Now I got the door locked, but this motherfucker comes knocking. Now he's like, hey dad. So I built this board on Geometry Dash. It's really cool. It's like hard level. It takes 350 jumps to defeat it. Not only just 3 keys, there's 4 keys. I'm just like, dude. I'm never gonna come if you keep talking. He's gonna be 17 this summer. It's crazy. Like, I'm telling you, I can't fucking wait until he's 18. I can't wait until I can fist fight this kid without diapers coming to the house. Yeah. But it's creepy. Yeah. So, like, what constitutes creepy behavior? Like, if I'm in my car and I look over into another car at a girl, does that make me a creep? Like, do I have to be in the car directly next to hers? It's so good. Like, if I stare through 4 cars worth of windows, does that make me a creep? Like, if I can see you through your tint, is that creepy? Yeah. So, speaking of creeps, I was watching this girl eat a cookie once, like a creep in the bathroom through the blinds. And she takes a cookie that's this big and she bites it. And I'm in the bathroom losing my shit. I'm like, you don't bite it. You put the whole thing in your mouth. You put the whole thing in your mouth. She had me arrested. So I'm sober. Anybody else sober in here? Yeah, the one. You. So since February 12th, but I did 2.5 years of sobriety. In March 2015, I did it for 2.5 years. And so for my wife's and my 5th year anniversary, I'm just like, cheers, I got me drunk again. And that was a weird 6 months. I had to put it to an end when she pulled me out of my son's bed, naked. And the funnier part of that story was that I'd apparently walked across town the night before, completely naked. But the best part was at one point, before the trip, I was like, I gotta put my shoes on. So there's a lot of this 23andMe talk going on. Is there like a tsunami happening right now? You guys hear that? And so Jack mentioned 23andMe. You send your genetics out to figure out, where you're from, whatever. And my whole question is, I guess you can only do this if you have 23 chromosomes. Right? Like, what do they do with all the submissions from, like, McDonald's employees? Alright. I had more to the joke, but I'm just like, if I go there, that will just be redundant. Yeah, can I ask somebody a question? No one's listening, but I'm asking you. Am I? Just give me an honest answer. Am I small? Alright. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna go fuck myself. No, alright. Look, I'm this tall. That's all you get, okay? And I use the word tall liberally the way Starbucks does. But to be fair, like, me and a tall cup of coffee from Starbucks get the same reaction from a woman jonesing for a fix. It's not big enough. Like, children ask, are you a midget? And I don't know how to answer that. The fact you have to lean down to reach my face is a pretty good clue. When my friends hug me, they accidentally pick me up off the roof. So what I do when they put me down, I stand on their shoes, and I put my hands in their hands, and we're doing this thing. You know, you ever do that with a 6-year-old? Me too. She was so tall. But that's why I love short women, because they make me feel good the way trimming my bush makes me feel big. I should probably stop that joke at the funnier part, but I like getting the jokes where I can reach them. Come on. I'm Jay Hernandez. You guys have a good night.
He is small and brown, but he is not Joe McAndrew.
Post-show set. All right, this was a tough room all night, and I'm just gonna say it. I feel pretty good. I feel like that went fairly well. I got 2 shows coming up, and I'm excited with my material right now. So I'm a little amped right now. I'm a little jazzed. I feel good.
Where can they see you next? And the Minds Podcast is back also, right?
Oh, April, yes. Minds Podcast is back. Find that on iTunes, Stitcher, Bluetooth, or whatever all the servers are called. I will be at the Brighton Bar at the Heathens Brown Eye Edition. Brighton Bar, April 18th. It's a Wednesday night. Come out and laugh. I'll be in the May edition of Hags. The dates to be announced, lineups to be announced. And that's pretty much it. I'm hitting the open mics in the local area, so if you got an inkling to do some comedy, come out and you'll probably see me. Let's do it.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people. Our government was responsible for the deaths of almost 100,000 people. Do you really want to know?
Several party members have been murdered, Chief Inspector.
We're interrupting your regularly scheduled program to bring you this terrifying report.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
Jane, what more can you tell us about the Salomon Brothers building and its collapse?
New York, very much a city still in chaos. The phones are not working properly. The subway lines are not working properly.
The sky now black with smoke in front of us. Just across the Tigris River here. This is shock and awe, Tom, to the population of Baghdad. Shock and awe, indeed.
The people you liberate will witness the honorable and decent spirit of the American military.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Come on.
It is a big idea, a new world order.
I love my dad. I'd kill for him. I'd go to prison for him because I love him so much.
I love Bill Clinton. What does that make Hillary Clinton to the Bush family?
My sister-in-law.
When you are subverting the power of government, that's a fundamentally dangerous thing to democracy.
What do you think of Edward Snowden?
I think he's a traitor.
Obama is the one that kills the U.S. troops if the Russians bomb any of them. Obama is the one that put them in harm's way. Obama is the one using them as human shields.
It is the most corrupt, degenerate, criminal government in American history.
I'm here to warn people. You keep telling me to shut up. This isn't a game.
Welcome to America, ISIS. This is what we do. Woo!
We got people that have taken your asses out in this building right now. We're armed to the teeth, and we're not scared. You got that, you sons of bitches?
In 2012, your agency was saying, quote, the Salafists, the Muslim Brotherhood, and Al-Qaeda in Iraq are the major forces driving the insurgents in Syria. In 2012, the US was helping coordinate arms transfers to those same groups. Why did you not stop that?
Why didn't you come forward before? What were you waiting for? Well, for you, Inspector. I needed you.
I suddenly had this feeling that everything was connected. We're all part of it. we ready for it?
You're listening to Black Helicopter News.
And now, on a lighter note, here's what's making headlines in pop culture, comic book, and entertainment news.
The Watchmen. Zack Snyder's Watchmen. Great film. I got it on DVD. Amazing. So, a couple characters from that movie. Silk Spectre and a comedian. And also Night Owl. 3 actors from that original movie have said that they would love to reprise their roles from the movie on the upcoming HBO series. Folks, this is going to be amazing. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's playing Negan currently on The Walking Dead. This would be amazing. So, let's keep our fingers crossed that maybe we will see those actors from the movie reprise their role in HBO's TV adaptation. It's still in development. What do you guys think? Are you fans of The Watchmen? The comic book, the movie? Are you looking forward to this upcoming series? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this.
And now, the presidential stamp of approval.
Unfortunately, this week I do not have a stamp of approval. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, folks. I just don't have a stamp of approval this week. But I'll be sure to have one for you next week. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the news. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure you slap a like, thumbs up, or heart on it. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We're on Stitcher, iTunes, and TuneIn Radio. And finally, what are your thoughts on any of the things we discussed today on the show? You can hit us up on Facebook at the WBHN Podcast News Center or on Twitter at President Zen-1. Other than that, thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your week. Until next time, for the WBHN Podcast, I'm President Zen-1.
They said in October I'd be dead in 6 months. It's also what happens when you listen to the radio host who claims that 9/11 and the Oklahoma City bombings were inside jobs. He even said, and this really just is so disgusting, he even said the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre were child actors and no one was actually killed there. I don't know what happens in somebody's mind or how dark their heart must be to say things like that.